Welcome back. In the previous part, we did a few little quests here and there. We rode the orbital waves. I hope you liked the thumbnail in the previous part with Crow on a surfboard. Seems very Crow to me. Anyway, let's do the rounds with people we've not spoken to, because we have spoken to some people, but not everyone, so... I was surprised when a visitor showed up for the marquee out of nowhere. I would have expected us to receive more notice. Still, it's not as though it's any of my business. I'm just fulfilling my duties. Of course. I was surprised. We know this. You just... Imagine speaking to NPCs, like people in real life, and they just repeat the same line over and over again. You'd be weirded out, wouldn't you? Be like, are you okay, mate? I was surprised. I know. This year, we really have to go. Of course. I've already booked us a place to stay. Thors Military Academy Festival, here we come. We're going to be seeing them there, then. Oh, I can't wait to see her graceful figure again. I'm a little worried about her, though. She's always running off with other girls. She can't be stopped. Looks like these two are fans of Angelica. Well, she did grow up here. Of course, she left a few pining hearts in her wake. So that reminds me of Laura. I wonder what she's going to be doing in this year's festival. It doesn't really matter, though, as long as I'm there to see her do it. Oh. Lady Angelica is just so marvelous. But I'm a bit worried she might be trying to hit it off with some of the other girls at Thors. Do you want to tell her the bad news, or should I? She's nothing but trouble, is she? Isn't she? I've work there. And again, is that I really felt like they could have done something special for this. Like made it more industrial. I came here from abroad, so I'm still yet to adjust to life here in Rua. I understand this town was built around its industries, but there's no reason for it to be so labyrinthine. I can't help but get lost. Labyrinthine? Like, you with the fancy talk there. My shoulders are still stiff. Still, it looks like we're on track to hit our target for the current fiscal year, so I can sneak in a little break. Businessmen are people too, you know. Are they? That's news to me. We need to unwind every so often. This cathedral is the perfect place to kick your feet up and relax. Mostly because it's so close to the Rhineford building. I just like paying attention to the floor here and stuff like that. Like, just trying to take in everything, because you know my thoughts on the Septine Church these days, very much keeping an eye on them. Because it's not that I don't think they're evil. It's the best way of putting it. I don't think they're evil, I just think they're not telling us everything. The city of Rua is a rather unique place, with a number of issues bubbling away beneath the surface. As such, we must always be ready to come to the support of the people here. Let us offer up prayers to the goddess for the people of Rua. I will say, though, like in that theory part about Adios, the Septine Church, all that type of stuff, it's like, thank you for all your comments, because it was very much a discussion type part. It was like, it was interesting to read your views, your different perspectives on that kind of idea, what you think's going on. It was very interesting. That's why I play these games. I enjoy those little conversations, so thank you for that. The city of Rua is a rather unique place with a number of issues bubbling away beneath the surface. Welcome to Rua Cathedral. My word, if it isn't Alisa. You seem to be well. I am, thank you. My time at the Academy has been both fulfilling and rewarding. But unfortunately, we've been assigned so much to do. I'm afraid we won't be able to attend today's Mass. I'm very sorry. That's quite alright. I know that you have a lot riding on your shoulders. Oh, Adios bless these young men and women and watch over them in all their endeavors. The cathedral is a place of prayer and introspection. Should you find yourself lost and unsure of how to proceed, you're always welcome here. The goddess Adios is sure to offer you her guidance. Is she now? Well, if you say so, let's make sure, yep, all the dots have been taken care of. All the dots? The question is these guys here that I spoke to going to be different? I don't know. Honestly, can't remember what they said. The rival group has a large number of subsidiary companies. If you added up all the money they made, it'd probably be more than the GDP of some small countries. Most of the people of this city work in companies that have something to do with the rival group. Rival group is a large number of subsidiary companies, small countries. We got the idea from that. I mean, how long were we inside? You've been stood out here staring at it for a while. Apparently the inside of the rival building is really modern too. Don't suppose they'd let me take a look inside though. I mean, you can surely go into the entrance at least. Do they not do tours of the building? That's a business they could rely on. Make some money off of that. Ow! It's so tall, my neck's starting to hurt just looking up at it. Well, stop that. Just stop. That's simple. Okay. Who's there? Ooh. 2 dots over there. Can we go up here? We'll start from the top. Just 1 dot. 1 dot. Hello. Have you heard of the Roa Orbital radio station? You could probably tell from the name, but it's a really popular radio station based here in Roa. It's mostly music, but they run news programs sometimes too. I just can't get enough of it. Oh, and that radio over there is mine, by the way. As long as I have this on, I can tune out all the manager's nagging. Oh. Oh. Hey, the books are backwards. Ooh. Backwards books are always suspicious to me. I'm here to do business with the Rhineford Company. It's hard to believe that the little girl I met 20 years ago is running the company now. Especially given how young she is. I definitely shouldn't underestimate her in our upcoming business talks. Yes, that's the same again. But the books are all backwards here. Even Woo Baby's backwards here. It's ooh, yabab. Ooh, yabab. Ooh, yabab. My, if it isn't Lady Alisa. Haven't had the chance to speak with you since the banquet mocking the Lusitania's successful completion. Our business has been going wonderfully. Please give my best regards to the chairman. Thank you. I will. The more the city develops, the better business this hotel will do. As such, we owe our success to the ever-expanding Rhineford Group. Please give my dearest regards to the chairman. Let's rest while we're here. Got a few HPs to get back up, so... Perfect. Should have turboed through that. Get back out quicker. And we got a CP up as well, which is always nice, isn't it? Always nice. Alright, so we've done that building, haven't we? Oh, hello there. Is this your first time here in Urua? I'd watch where you poke your nose if I were you. There's a lot of military facilities in this town. You wouldn't want to end up getting yourself arrested. Alright. General Kenobi. Well, there's a treasure chest then. It was like, no, this is just... Why is there no treasure chests in the towns? In the cities? Ha ha ha! What are you gonna do about that? Woohoo! Just look at it go. What is that thing? That's the kind of reaction we like to see. We call it an orbital remote-controlled car, and it's something we're developing here at the Institute. There aren't any plans to actually make a consumer version of this thing, though. Not yet, anyway. Wow, I had no idea the Institute was doing research like that. It's going 20% faster now. Looks like making the body lighter paid off. Yeah, that would definitely help. Whoa. Crow? Hey, what are you doing here? And you are... You can't be serious. You couldn't have just forgotten me. Gregor? Yes. You were the one who gave me that blade deck. I frittered away pretty much the entirety of last year playing. And now that you're here, you're not getting away until you've played a game against me. Come on. Let's go. Right. You were the guy I ran into when I came here with Toa, George, and Jenica forever ago. I seem to recall challenging you to a game for kicks and winning in seconds. It ain't not as good as me, Crow. I won without even making a move. I mean, you know, long time no see, man. You up for round 2? You do remember that we're here for a field study, and not for a blade tournament, right? I'll never forget how humiliating it was to lose to you. But that's why it's not going to happen again. This time, I'll be the one who beats you. Bring it on. If you think you've got what it takes. He's really into this. I still love the fact in Tokyo Xanadu playing Blade there. Oh, sorry. Gate of Avalon. Whatever the hell it was called. It was Gate of Avalon, wasn't it? You know, that skill from previous game we were playing. Ride the elevator. It's very much like, I love the fact that was recorded. Like, that can't disappear. I can't tell that story and people are like, no, that didn't happen.
Plain old stairs just wouldn't cut it for the famed industrial metropolis, huh?
Yeah, for better or worse, this is a town full of tech.
Yeah, it's that people just... It's sort of like with that, when I was using the S-Craft for Lloyd, when it lined up perfectly with the music, I'd be like, I could tell that story. People are like, yeah, that would be good. It's like, no, you have to see. I can show you it exists. It's lovely. Hey you, this area's off limits. Move along. This building is a military factory. A military factory? Yep, I think it's part of the production line that makes the army's tanks, which would make it chock full of confidential military information, so civilians aren't allowed to go inside. The Imperial Army handles the security here personally too. Sounds like a place we'll want to stay well away from. For now. Alright, jeez. Yuna, I haven't seen you in ages. Alisa? You're back? I wish you'd told me you were coming. I would have met you at the airport. Oh, I knew you would, but I figured you'd probably be busy. Ah, don't worry about that. Had to do Dvance? Some good to make him fend for himself. He's always busy talking to customers, leaving all the actual work to me, so he can't do anything when I am not around. I take it that means things haven't gotten any easier for you. You say that like I'm the only one with a tough family life. Oh dear. Well, this is an interesting friendship. Indeed. I swear, all he ever does is stand around talking to customers. There's nothing wrong with talking to people, but someone needs to handle the money and wash the plates. Can't do a thing without me around. Locomo, such an idiot. Locomo, that's a cool name. Locomo? Locomo. I can't believe he can't even find me when I'm in an obvious place like this. Probably thinks you're a Calvin spy. I mean, look at the size of those bags as well, though. What's in it, coal? The barrels, look. You could get inside a barrel. Look at it, look at this. You can side loads of these things. The thing that's the smallest thing here is the logs. Wow, size of things. Amazing. Yeah, you said that. Munch, making the Rhinefoot group bigger and more profitable is all well and good. But us guys on the ground work hard enough when it's the size it is. At least the pay is alright. That's about the only thing that keeps me going. You enjoy your meal, mate? Is this the only people in here? Oh dear. Hey, if it ain't little Alisa. Well, not so little anymore. Huh. You've grown into a real bombshell. Yeah. How sweet. But never mind me. Don't go causing Yuna too many headaches, alright? Headaches? Me? Not on my life. Funny. I feel one coming on already. Alisa coming back into town brings back some memories of old Gwyn. I can't remember his name. I'm sure it's spelled differently every day. How long's it been since he left? 5 years? Oh, a whole lot. To that old geezer. I was hoping I'd finally be able to pay him back for all he'd done for me. But then he moved right out of town. Yeah, that does sort of take away that possibility. It's a stamina stake. Yeah, just like get through the door. Do 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 do. So long as it ups my wages, I ain't bothered. The wife's not gonna be too thrilled, though. Hey, did you hear that there's gonna be a tax hike soon? The chairman spoke out against it, so it's been on hold for a while. But you know what Marquis Rogner's like. He'll force it through before too long anyway. See, this is the thing, I would say, if I had any complaint with NPCs in Falcom's games, it's like sometimes they do it right, sometimes they do it wrong, and that's when it's like, I interact with a person, and it's clear they're reacting to what the other one said, so you get it out of order. I'd want it if they're clearly having a conversation, it's always that thing where it always starts with both of them talking. Because again, they do it sometimes, and that's brilliant, because then it's like, I feel like they're interacting. This is sort of like, it breaks the immersion a little bit, if they suddenly start responding to things that haven't been said. If you get what I mean. It's like there, it's like he says about the tax hike and all that stuff. And it's like, as long as it up my wages ain't bothered. It's like, he's responding to him, but we started with him, and it's like, it's just... Yeah. Yeah. This has happened a few times here and there. That's if I had any complaint. You know. My husband works over at the Saxon iron mine. Yes, it's hard work, but the pay is good. We wouldn't be able to afford this house if it weren't for him. So why isn't loads of one-line NPCs here? Just keep an eye on the books, because I'm just wondering if they're all backwards now. These I'm just wondering if it's like, oh, hello. Why do you have a grenade launcher in here? Very odd. But yeah, it's just keeping an eye on the books and was wondering if whether or not it was like, are you the... Yeah, there's Lucomo. What was that about? Books? I don't know. Where are you, Toddy? Can't find you anywhere. Oh, don't cry, Lucomo. No, Lucomo, no. Poor Lucomo. Well, if it isn't little Miss Rhineford. Looks like the twins are growing up big and healthy. Excellent. Oh, God. Why is every single person my grandfather knows like this? Really? He lives up to the name of his, but there's no question that he's a real capable engineer. Even if all he does these days is run this junk shop. Hey, it's not a junk shop, it's a repair shop. Though I suppose it don't matter what you call it. As long as I can tinker with machines, I'm a happy man. Quinn, Schmidt, and I used to hang out a lot when we were younger. Schmidt's the only one who's still properly working, though. He's basically getting paid for his hobbies at this point. Lucky dog. Yeah, just wait till later. It's a giant cube to mess around with. I will take all that, thank you very much. The old cube house. That's a problem I'm going to have when we get to Cold Steel 3, by the way. It's that case of like, I'm going to run out of theories at that point. Or will I have more at that point? Because I should. There's no reason I shouldn't have. I should have played Azure at that point. Maybe I'll have loads more. Those bastards in the provincial army, yes, that's what we call them, aren't even trying to hide that they want to make life difficult for us. We'll just have to make sure we're ready to deal with anything they throw at us, I guess. Oh, are you the students from Thors Military Academy? We've been informed that you're here for a field study, but try to be careful what you poke your nose into. Trust me, you don't want to stumble into one of Ruhr's many military facilities containing confidential information. Maybe I do. We're from Squad 11 of the Rump. We're currently patrolling the area. Don't mind us. I mind you. Welcome to Erebonia, where we always want to save you money. You won't find better prices anywhere, so come in and take a look around. You're sure to find something you want. Oh, very well. You've convinced me. Ooh, it's rather lovely in here, isn't it? Excuse me, sir. Sir, oh, madam, I do apologize. Do you have any tea? She's not responding, it's because I called her sir. There've always been a lot of day laborers around here in Rua. I started running the shop to sell to them and ended up doing far better business than I had ever expected. I won't be resting on my laurels, though. My dream's to turn this business into a trading company as big as the Rhinefoot Group. Good luck. Now buy something and help me make that happen. Nothing but bargains to be had here. Always trying to make life cheaper for the whole family. Is there anything like worthwhile, like... I maybe should get some of these just to have around, because like any stuff that's coming up, they would be good for me to have. Need to get on that. I don't have the Cornelius, so we'll have them. The energy produced by the orbital generators gets sent to the factories all across the city. While it sounds simple, managing the pipeline's no easy task. You've got to know your stuff to balance out how much energy goes to each place. I'd say the city's technicians are the only people in the Empire who would. I wonder how energy is generated in Crossbell, because I didn't see any like generators or anything like that, like massive power stations essentially, and nothing of that scale, but they have the geofront, so I'm just wondering, like, maybe there's something underground? I'll keep an eye on that, just because, you know me these days, I just want to absorb the world. Managing the orbital energies pipeline is an important task. It needs to be done for the good of everyone in Rua. It's kind of nice knowing that the Rhinefoot Company is overseeing everything, especially since they built it all. I've been seeing a lot of military policemen around here lately. Even though I see them pretty often, I've got no idea what they're doing here. I am curious, though. Seeing a lot of military policemen around here. I am curious, though. Likewise. There's so many new things here that it's making my head spin. Why is that staircase moving? How is it moving? I see who's over there. I knew the Rhinefoot Group's hometown would be impressive, but there's something else. It's iron as far as the eye can see. Indeed it is. The iron ore from the mine gets turned into steel, then makes its way here to the city. And that steel ends up being turned into all kinds of cool stuff. The people of Rua know all about working with iron and steel. We've been doing stuff with it since the Middle Ages. If you need something made of iron, get yourself to Rua. Everyone knows that. Why did you sing that? Everyone knows that. I don't know. I received word that Lady Annabelle was seen here in Rua. It was quite some time ago, but I can't very well ignore a viable lead. I must start searching for her right away. I can't remember any Annabelle stuff here in Rua, so I want to keep an eye on that. Woof woof indeed. There's a freight line that runs between the Saxon iron mine and Rua. It exists only to transport the iron ore that has been mined there. You see, I drove that freight line until last year. When I'm sitting here, I can see those freight trains going by. It really takes me back. Those dogs' like hind legs are very, very odd. Very odd. Up the wrong side. Right, so yes, you there, boy, with the hat. Orbital escalators carry people by endlessly looping around on themselves. That's exactly the kind of functional beauty I'm talking about. If you look carefully, you can see just how much functional beauty is hidden in Rua. Truly is a wonderful place. I will generally agree. Not completely, generally. A refrigerator. My husband's an engineer at the Rhinefoot Company, and he can be a real nag about it sometimes. He's always going on about how I need to cook with measuring cups just so I can know how much of an ingredient I'm using. Don't know why he has to be so stubborn about everything. What would an engineer know about cooking anyway? I suppose they're similar. Like, you have to get things right. My uncle brother was always grumbling about how everything I did was wrong too. teaches over at Thors, actually. He always used to say that I shouldn't add my own personal touches to my cooking. Maybe working with machines all day makes you think like one. I could believe it. Let's get an eye full of this place. Oh, what's this picture here? Oh, it's lovely. You, sir, I like your jacket. Oh, have you seen my jacket? The upper level of the city is home to a lot of Rhineford's top engineers and executives. Meanwhile, the lower level of the city is where you'll find the factory workers and laborers. That doesn't mean land prices are higher on the upper level or anything, though. Purely practical. People live where their workplaces are located. We're logical-minded folks here in Uroa. We like to live as close to our workplaces as we can. Yeah, makes sense. That's what I did. Doesn't really matter these days because I work remotely, so I can live anywhere. Which is kind of cool. Well, it's a rare treat to see you, Alisa. How long have you been back? Not too long, actually. I'm only here as part of my studies at the academy. It's great to see you again, though. Looks like it's been treating you well. So tell me, which of these eligible bachelors is your boyfriend? What are you talking about? I don't have a boyfriend. Oh, really? Got the impression from looking at you that you've been getting close to someone lately. You can't tell that kind of thing just by looking at someone? Looks like Alisa has all kinds of friends here. I can't in good conscience serve alcohol to students, but we do have non-alcoholic cocktails on our menu. Ah, perfect. If you'd like to drink in the ambience of being in a bar. Could always try making one yourself too if you wanted. Oh, here, let me show you how it's done. Oh, thank you. F was a dream of ours. So, we want to support our customers' dreams too. Why did you call it F? Any friend of Alisa's is more than welcome here. Feel free to order whatever you like. As long as it hasn't got alcohol in it, I was going to say. But you knew that, right? I did. Because I trust Falcom to write this way. Again, that's why like the towers in Sky threw me off. It's like early days of Falcom in terms of Trails writing. It's like you can sense that. Good day and welcome to F. My word, I think I remember you coming here before, actually. With Gwen. I see you have friends with you today, though. Please enjoy your stay. Gwyn was a regular back here when he lived in Roa. He was always good to us. I hope he's doing well for himself. How did you end up making a place here, though? I like this idea of a place in between the buildings, but it's like, how did that come about? Did you know the Roa Institute of Technology played a part in designing the Courageous? One of my co-workers, Thompson, ran a number of experiments to finalize the hull's design. Oh yeah, I spoke to him. He was so excited about it that he would go to his without sleeping. Are we sure that the hull's okay? I'm worried about the hull now. I mean, what would happen if say if the explosion came from the inside? What would happen then? I'm so happy for him that its maiden flight was an untroubled one. Yes, but what about my question, sir? Did you know the Roa Institute of Technology played a part in designing the Courageous? Yes, I did know this. It's like... But how do we know there's not structural weaknesses and stuff like that now? If he didn't sleep for days? That's worrying. Are we sure? I mean, sure, it can fly, but what if it gets hit by something? What happens then? I just don't know. So, if you apply Allah's Firim here, then this becomes this. Sorry. Can you not bother me right now? I'm busy. Very well. So, that was Courageous, huh? Professor Thompson's been working on it for a while now, right? Yeah, he was even on board during its maiden flight collecting more data. I'm surprised if Professor Schmidt wasn't involved with its development, though. Not me. Some other project has been taking up all of his time lately. But yeah, that's what I mean. I like when the conversations do that, because it's like I started with him, but he spoke first. Because it's just, that's how the conversation was flowing backwards and forwards. I like when they do that. Once Professor Schmidt starts researching something, that's it. He just tunes out the world around him. He won't be researching anything else anytime soon. Apparently, he was busy researching combat links or something until recently. Sounds way too complicated for me, though. Good day and welcome to the Roa Institute of Technology. Sorry, but I'm afraid we can't permit visitors to go beyond this area. If you have specific business here, though, please let me know. I have specific business here, I'd like you to know. Classified research is being done beyond this point, so I regret to inform you that visitors are not allowed. If you have any specific business here, please let me know. I do. Ah, are you a visitor? Oh, you're here to handle a request. Ratto is waiting for you over to your left. Please go and speak to him. I'm glad this guy actually understood I had a request and something to investigate. Yes. But we are actually going to end this part here. The next part we'll speak to Red Exclamation Boy over here and see what awaits us. Ta-ta for now.